Risk of a Black Ring outbreak confirmed. Risk level upgraded to S+. Ground Zero presumed to be Sinner Zoya. Troops for deployment in the risk area are Team FAC BRN-7 and MBCC's Sinner Squad. Go to the conference hall now. Kill Sinner Zoya before the concentration of contamination reaches the threshold level.
Yes, sir!
Chief, a disaster is imminent. This is the only possible course of action. I agree with you in that regard. This crisis is far more serious than the FAC expected. 80% of the anti-Black Ring system has been damaged, which is proof enough that the inheritance is much more powerful than we thought. But when you come down to it, the inheritance is just a catalyst. All this can be traced back to Zoya's mental contamination. We have to eliminate the source to dissolve this crisis. I understand how you feel, and I'm really sorry. But this is the only way out.
Blah, blah-bity blah! So annoying. Captain, I'll carry this motor mouth with me. Stop wasting our time.
What do you think you're doing? Get your hands off the chief!
Take your filthy paws off me! This city got to where it is today because of you. You thugs! Monsters! Get lost! Tragedies, huh? If you had the slightest idea what real tragedies look like, what we are fighting, you wouldn't think to defend the sinners.
Stop it, 702. The depletion of your hypercubes is speeding up. Don't lose control of your emotions. You don't want to get infected with mania here, right? Start mind suppression immediately.
Sorry, Captain. I'll keep my emotions under control. Sorry.
We didn't mean to antagonize you. We don't hate sinners. Our only enemy is the imminent catastrophe. For the purposes of our upcoming task, I hereby, in accordance with Supplemental Clause 74 of the Code of Confidentiality, divulge to you part of the FAC's confidential information, and assume accountability thus incurred. Everything you see now, from the corruption incidents caused by the contamination to this unsettling turn of events, is just a prelude. The Black Ring, keep the name in mind, it's the ultimate form of a mania crisis. It's an area that causes widespread severe mental contamination. It appears when a mania crisis goes beyond its limits, it's a no-go zone of mania that cannot be eliminated. Information about what's going on inside the Black Ring is extremely rare, since few can get out alive. We've only recorded the damage caused by the Black Ring. BR000 appeared in NF-84 in the wake of the Dis-C explosion. The number of direct deaths was 87,231, and up until the appearance of BR001, more than 200,000 maniacs had come into being. BR001 appeared in NF-89. More than 30,000 people went missing, with an annual addition of at least 200 people. 3 years later, the contamination spilling out of BR001 formed the isolation belt in the rust, which we still are unable to clean up. Access to data on BR002 and BR003 is blocked. BR004 is coming. Because the FAC has to do its utmost to stop any Black Ring related information from getting out, in order to prevent secondary disasters. That is, the unpredictable, far-reaching spread of mania. Every time a Black Ring appears, the number of mental cases in the city skyrockets. You don't have to be in contact with contamination to get mentally ill. You might get mentally ill simply by observing a Black Ring, discussing it, or even imagining it. We can't manage the influence of a Black Ring when it's out in the open. And we humans have no way of eliminating a Black Ring once it has appeared. All we can do is to contain its expansion and lessen its effect by blocking the contamination, active camouflage, and information control. This is why information on the Black Ring is strictly confidential. The Black Ring is the source of mania, and simply knowing this piece of information might be enough to bring destruction on ourselves. Misunderstanding caused by information blocking does contribute to sinners being blamed for causing mania. But there's a close link between the appearance of a Black Ring and the behavior of a sinner. With the exception of BR000, whose point of origin hasn't yet been determined, we detected a powerful sinner going manic at the same time when each of the other Black Rings appeared. Such a sinner is called a Black Ring Ground Zero. The M value of Sinner Zoya is already out of range. Once she is corrupted, a Black Ring will descend on Keylan Square immediately. Then, no one inside the ring will survive, and those outside the ring are not going to emerge unscathed. The framework against catastrophe is not trying to sit in judgment on sinners, or improve public morals. We have only one job, and that is to do everything we can to fight mania. To prevent the ultimate catastrophe that we humans wouldn't be able to survive. Killing Zoya is the only course of action that can stop this catastrophe. That's what we'll do. And without you, we don't stand a chance of defeating her. I'm very sorry. Enemies, get down!
Captain, 10 o'clock. Quick,